Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm working on this little watercolor piece, and for this one I wanted to make sure that I was working in a different dimension that I normally do. So I actually find that one thing that makes me feel really bored of what I'm working on and just really stuck as far as ideas is actually the actual dimensions of the piece that I'm working on, the paper itself. So because I sell my work and they need to end up being prints and everything, I try really hard to make sure that pretty much all of them fit into a standard size. At least I do now for the past couple of years. But that also means that I end up repeating a lot of the same shapes over and over again, and sometimes that can get really boring. That's why every once in a while I like to throw in a square shape, or like this one, it's actually a lot more long than I typically work. This is actually 6x9, and it's surprising how much of a difference just making these small tweaks to the process makes. And it actually really does make quite a bit of difference when you change the dimensions of the piece that you're working on, because it can completely change your composition, the way that you resolve certain issues and the way that the eye travels through the piece. It just makes such a drastic change from one to the other, so you can't take one composition and put it into a completely different shape of a painting and have it work the same way. And that's what I like about this, about changing it up, is that it does force me to think in a little bit of a different process in a way, and different solutions. And ultimately this piece ends up being pretty typical of how I normally work, but it was still enjoyable to be able to look at something that was different from the norm. And from the beginning I knew that there was going to be some sort of shape or object above his head that'll help balance it out. That's where that empty space is, and since it's so long, it really needs that to again make it feel balanced, since I have so much stuff going on below and much less stuff at the top. Having that shape at the top was really necessary, and I don't think I have it down there yet, but eventually I add this metallic paint where I add a lot of different details throughout the piece, and I'll talk more about that when I get to it. But I did end up using that for a constellation above his head, and I think the one issue with that is that it's not as readable, so it doesn't have the same weight as I would have preferred. It really only stands out when the light is hitting it perfectly, which is kind of fun. I like that it's a little bit of a hidden thing inside of the piece, that one extra step that you don't really see until it's just the perfect circumstances. But at the same time, as far as composition, it would have been stronger had I chose a different method of creating that anchor point. Okay, so now I can talk about the real point of this piece and the thing that I learned the most from it. So a lot of times as artists, we'll get to a point where it can feel like artist block or be artist block. And basically you get to a point where you're working on a piece and it feels really frustrating and like it's not working and everything's just going downhill, even though really it's pretty much the same as you normally do it. That's kind of how I feel about this one. And I think what it is that I'm just getting to the point where I really need to start learning better watercolor skills moving forward. I need to get a little bit more of an advanced technique down and understanding of it. Like, I've been coasting a little bit on what I've already known for a while, and now it's getting to me, it's hitting me that what I'm doing isn't as precise and as clean and as professional as I want it to be. So when I'm working on stuff like this, it feels extra frustrating, when really it's not worse than the last watercolor piece. It's just my own taste in what I'm producing is getting higher, and I haven't done what I need to bring the skill with that. So this one, I'm feeling motivated to seek out ways that I can get better. I know I've talked about this before, and clearly I haven't done it yet. I haven't really found a new resource on how to figure out how to be better at doing watercolors, but it's hitting me. It's getting there where I'm grinding through a few too many pieces in a row, and I'm excited about that though, because when I look at other watercolor artists that are just so far above me, absolutely amazing work, it feels so exciting and inspiring to see what they create with this tool, the same tool that I use. And I want to get to that point. I want to get so that I'm learning new skills, and as I gain those and I really feel like I can handle them the way that I want, I want to get to that point because it feels so exciting and new and fresh, and I'm ready for that. I'm ready to feel like I have a little bit more in my tool bag as an artist. But that's it for today. I'm probably going to say it every time until the convention happens, but I will be at Denver Comic-Con on June 15th, 16th, and 17th. So if you'd like to come and say hi, I would be over the moon to meet you guys. But also oh yeah, my table, I do need to mention that my table will be Artist Alley Table W4. But this painting from today, he will be available for sale in my shop, and there's a link down in the description that'll take you over there. But that's it for today. I'll see you guys on Saturday with another video, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.